What's going on, my trainer club? We have the 9-hour research day for, I think you know, the shiny Lotad coming this weekend. So we are going to check out what my top tips are to help you maximize. So welcome to the Trainer Club, guys. Here we go. All right, everyone, before I get started here, just drop in the comments and let me know, how long are you going to be grinding for shiny Lotad? I am super curious about this. I am wondering what the maximum, if anybody's going to be doing the entire day for shiny Lotad. I think it's going to be a super fun event. It's definitely going to be a little tiring. And we also have the altered form of Giratina out right now. So that is one thing to take into account if you want to grind and do raids and spin stops and do tasks, and you just want like literally like a whole day of Pokemon. Maybe bring your barbecue, bring out your grill, and get it going, because that could be a fun day for you all through Pokemon Go. As you can see, it's getting a little nicer here. We still have some of the snow, but a lot of it's melting. I know everybody's like, does it snow there every single day? And it doesn't, but it does snow here a lot in the winter time, this year at least. Anyway, let's get down to my top 5 tips to make sure to maximize on the shiny Lotad day coming to Pokemon Go this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. your time, which is a total of 9 hours. If you want more information, the best place to go, PokemonGoLive.com, to see the official announcement for everything that we have. My number 1 tip is to be in downtown areas, but since this is going to be a 9-hour event, if you plan on playing for more than 3 hours like we typically do, you're gonna need more than one grind location to be able to maximize on the stops, because you're gonna do all the stops and you only get to do the stop task once. And I think everybody knows that by now, but I'm just reiterating just to make sure that we have it. So you're gonna do each stop task one time, which means you are going to have to go to different areas. So if you have like a college campus that has a lot of stops, if you have like a downtown area, if you have like a big park, if you have anything like that, make sure to recognize what these are, make sure to go from one to one to one. And then also what you're gonna wanna do is hit that sub button, and you wanna know why? Because I am going to post the tasks as soon as I know them, like I always do. So if you have my notifications on and you're subbed, you're going to get that video, which is my tip number 2, because we want to know what the tasks are. And there are going to be countries that are going to be doing it before we are here in the United States. So thank you for all the countries that are ahead of us in time zone, that I'm going to be able to get your task information and post for everybody else. And then so my tip number 3 is going to be to do as many of these tasks as possible. For me, Lotad is very rare. I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't rain super often. So when it does, Lotad pops out. But since he's going to be able to have the shiny, the 100% IV is going to be 256 at level 15. So we're going to want to look for that in the research tasks, get as many shinies as you possibly can. I would suggest stacking up on a ton of Lotads and then going ahead and trading them to try to get luckies after the event. The other thing we're going to look out for is the shiny Castform. And Castform, actually, I was corrected by Matt Fitz. He helped me out. Thank you, Matt Fitz, for telling me this information as always. And to perfect my knowledge on Pokemon, is that there is only Castform shiny. The other forms in the weather do not get a shiny boost. What you're gonna wanna look for is the regular Castforms. Make sure to click on as many as you can. And my 4th tip is gonna be look out for all of the weather boosted shiny Pokemon that are out there. We're gonna do a quick overview of what all the shiny Pokemon are and my thoughts as to which ones are going to be the shinies that are going to be boosted in the wild. Because it says that it's a weather themed event, which means that like things like I talked before, like Snorunt pops out a lot, like Houndours pop out a little bit more in the sun, Numels pop out a little bit more in the sun, but theoretically like all different types, even normal, pop out during the sun. So I'm really curious how this is going to work. It's going to be a last minute overview video that I'm going to come out probably on Saturday morning for everybody, or Friday night, to let you guys know what the updates are and what everything's happening. So make sure to just get out there and grind and check out these shiny lists so that we know what the shinies are and we can be prepared to click on those guys the most. All right, guys, so here we go, breaking down the shiny Pokemon that I think are going to be part of the weather boosted Pokemon for the event in the Lotad Community Research Day. So I am thinking that Aerodactyl is going to be boosted because he's pretty rare. Seems to be a little bit more prominent when the weather changes. I would also say that Altaria, although you're not going to be able to get an Altaria because it is going to be the baby form, Swablu will be boosted. Let me see here. So I will also believe that Aron will be boosted. Azumarill you will not be able to find. Bannet also no. Let's see here. Beldum, I believe, is a boosted weather Pokemon, so I think that Beldum you will be seeing out in the wild a little bit more. definitely see a ton more Bulbasaurs. That's why I'm saying it's going to be pretty difficult to kind of pinpoint exactly what's going on here, but I'm just going to give you my best guess at what's going on, and as soon as I get the information, I will update you guys for sure on that. Caterpie, I'm going to say absolutely. Caterpie pops out a ton when it is raining. That will be out there. I would say Charmander is going to be out there as well, and then we could also potentially see the Clamperl because it is in the wild now. Clefairy is definitely a boosted Pokemon. However, I don't believe that you can get the Clefairy in the wild as a shiny, only the baby shiny so far. So we'll go for Cubone is definitely a weather boosted Pokemon. I see a lot more Cubones when the weather is boosted. And Dratini is going to be a weird one because although it does get boosted, I don't get too much wind, so I can't say that for sure that you're going to be able to see that one. I'm going to say for sure that Duskull is a weather boosted. It definitely comes out at night a little bit more. Eevee comes out quite prominently when it is partly cloudy, so that could definitely be a situation there. I would also say that Feebas is going to be that as well. So Feebas may be one of those ones that you're going to look for to be boosted. And let's continue on here. So Ghastly, oh, that's a good question. Ghastly could be. It usually comes out a little bit more at night, obviously, because it's a ghost Pokemon. I'm hoping that Geodude does come out, though, because Geodude, partly cloudy, would be amazing. I do not have that shiny Geodude yet, so that would be absolutely amazing. Let's continue on here. Houndour is definitely going to be one. I definitely think he comes out more in the sun for sure. Let's continue on here and see what else we can pop up. I think that Jinx will be one, would be super awesome, as well as Kabuto. I've been looking for that shiny Kabuto for quite a long time. It seems to be quite an evasive one for me. Krabby is definitely a weather water boosted Pokemon for sure. Larvitar is also a boosted Pokemon. Let's continue here. See what I mean? Like all these Pokemon can get boosted during times. Machop, I would say for sure Machop in the cloudy weather is definitely way more prominent, as well as Magikarp. I mean, this could literally be a full-on, completely crazy shiny day because a lot of these Pokemon do get boosted, like Makuhita and Mankey all get boosted. Mareep is definitely boosted in the water. Just really depends on how they put this out since we don't have too much information, and this is the first event that we are going to see it here. We are going to be keeping our fingers crossed that we get quite some luck here. I would love to see boosted Misdreavus. Misdreavus definitely comes out in the boosted weather. Murkrow also. Natu would be amazing. Nidoran comes out a ton in that cloudy weather. Let's see here. Pidgey comes out a ton as well in the partly cloudy weather. Continue on. Pineco comes out, as well as Plusle and Minun. They also come out a lot. Ponyta and Pooch come out a lot. Psyduck is definitely a water boosted Pokemon, not very prevalent without, unless you're in a water biome. Rattata is pretty much everywhere all the time, so not too sure about that one. Roselia is definitely a cloudy and sunny weather type Pokemon. Sandshrew would be amazing. I have not got a Sandshrew. We have Shelder as well, super boosted during the water. So Snorunt, we have the snow. So I would like to see you guys as well in the comments. If you could just drop what you think is going to go on. Here's that Swablu, the Swellow, the Swinub. I mean, all of these guys are so weather boosted that it's really hard to say. I can't wait to see what actually happens. I hope that it's all these shinies, basically. That would just be so much fun. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, what's going to get boosted, and we'll know soon enough. And then the last thing that I would suggest doing is making sure to be popping your incense as much as possible, because if you're out there grinding a ton and you're hitting a lot of weather boosted Pokemon, I don't know if we're actually going to get the boosted Pokemon, the boosted Stardust as well, but if they're actually all boosted, which would be super amazing, make sure to keep those Stardusts on, make sure to pop your eggs if you need, make sure to use your incense if you want to, and then make sure to maximize. So I just wanted to thank you guys for being a part of the Trainer Club as always, and I will see you guys out on that next video.